structure fire, 215 North Huron Street. Attention engine 5, engine 2, ladder 1, rescue 1, C3, have reported a structure fire.
When I make it, I'll be on time. Gonna take what I want and give you a piece of my mind. Your black horse won't be around just to see me fall down.
Hi everybody, this is Schertz Fire Station number 3. I'm Lieutenant King, and today we're going to take a tour. Come on in. Alright, this is our alarm room where the call comes in and we keep our radios. We also have computers in here because we're always going to school, just like you. Now follow me into my office.
Your heart's on fire, but you're cold to the touch. I know you want it, but you love yourself too much.
This is the Lieutenant's office where I do our reports and manage our activities throughout the day. Let's go this way, come on. This is the day room where we check on the weather and watch the news. And this is the kitchen, the most important room in the firehouse. And while we're here in the kitchen, why don't we talk about fire safety? Never play with the knobs, and remember that the stovetop and the oven door can be hot. Am I missing anything, Jason?
Actually, you want to talk about the handles. You want to make sure that you have your handles turned all the way in, because if you have them hanging out on the edge, there's a potential of a kid to come by, grab it and pull on it. Then you got a big problem.
That's a good point. Kitchen fires are the leading cause of fires in the United States, and we don't ever want to leave food unattended in the kitchen. This is the dorm area. Firefighters work 2 days on and 4 days off. So because we're here for 2 days at a time, we need to have our own rooms where we can sleep at night. We have bathrooms here on the left, and we have our bunks on the right. Now let's go see some fire trucks.
Your heart's on fire, but you're cold to the touch. I know you want it, but you love yourself too much. Your heart's on fire, but your head is around. You best believe it, I ain't ever giving up, so come on.
And this is the bay where we keep all of our fire trucks. That right there is engine 3. That's the main truck that we go out on whenever the tones drop. It's got 1,000 gallons of water. And over here is our hazmat truck and the hazmat trailer. Station 3 in Schertz is the hazmat company for the local area. And I never ever imagined just how much about science I would have to know being a firefighter. To my right is our brush truck. It's got 300 gallons of water and it responds to grass fires and wildland calls. On the other side of the brush truck there is our backup fire truck. And now let's take a look at some of the interesting tools on the fire truck. This is fire apparatus operator Jason Timrock. Jason, why don't you show him around?
Let's do it. All right, boys and girls, let's go inside the driver's seat and check out all the equipment it has. Okay, the driver's seat is one of the most important seats. It gets us from point A to point B. It has a lot of capabilities and a lot of controls that are at the fingertips of the driver. We have our pump system where we can control the pump here. Above, you have your overhead lights that you see when we are driving down the road. In addition, it also has the air horn and the siren boxes to control while driving down the roadway. Okay, these two compartments here work together. This is the pump panel. The pump panel allows these fire hoses to have water for the structure fires and the grass fires that the guys fight. When you look at these valves, they're very similar to the ones that you have at home. Your kitchen sinks, your bathroom sinks, except these valves will flow a lot more water. If you look a little further up, there's a screen here. This screen allows us, with a camera on top of the engine, to have a bird's eye view, 360 view of the entire area. In the event something is going on that side, the operator that's here can work with these valves. Slide on down, we also have additional controls for pieces of equipment that are up on top. This one works a light stick that's up there for night operations. This remote here gives us operation of our large deck gun, which flows a lot more water than what our little fire hoses do here. Right below is just a simple toolbox with various tools for us on the fire scene. This next compartment houses all of our hand tools. You see some that you probably have seen before: a sledge, an axe with a pick head end. On the inside, we also have additional ones that you may even have at home, like a pipe wrench, bolt cutters. All of these tools are used on the fire ground, and they can be used at any other type of incident that may not allow us to use regular power tools. A lot of our calls are EMS calls. This is our EMS compartment. This piece of equipment is a heart monitor. This one down here is our airway bag for difficulty breathing patients. This bag over here is our medical trauma bag for any kind of trauma patients, broken arms, legs, cuts, and then just a simple water jug because we need to stay hydrated. All right, in the rear compartment, we keep all of our ladders when we have to do roof operations or climb to the second floor. Stepping up here houses all of our large diameter hose. This hose connects to the fire hydrant in the event that we have a long operation and we need lots of water. This next compartment is a multi-purpose compartment. It houses our PPV, which stands for Positive Pressure Ventilation Fan. It's used to push hot toxic gases and particulates out of a structure so we have a better visibility and it's cleaner air coming into the structure. Right beside it is a portable generator. It allows us to get away from the truck and have a power source for our light kits when working on scenes. This compartment here is our Rapid Intervention Team compartment. It houses equipment that if we have a downed firefighter in a structure, this team deploys with this. It has an additional bottle, air hose, and a regulator with a mask in the event that they have a problem with their equipment. Then they have a tagline, so they attach outside the building and they go in, and when they come back out, they follow that line back out to the front door. All right, this next compartment is a big kid's toys compartment. I'm a big kid, these are my big toys. We'll start out with these up top. If we have an accident on a highway, we have these tools called Paratech tools that allow us to stabilize vehicles so they're not rolling off into an embankment or causing any harm to the occupants inside. Once we've stabilized the vehicle, we deploy our extrication tools. We know these as spreaders. You guys may know these as jaws of life. They give us the ability to spread open the vehicle to gain access to the patient. If we need more assistance, we use our cutters. Our cutters have the ability to cut through the metal so we can gain more access. If we need additional equipment, we have our rams, a short ram and a long ram. If we have a dash that has compressed onto our driver or one of our occupants, we have the ability to push it up and away so we can gain access to our occupants. Now in this metal shelf, you'll see we have a chainsaw. Most people know that you cut wood with chainsaws. We cut wood, but we also climb up on roofs and we ventilate roofs. It gives us the ability to create a flow pattern for the hot toxic gases and the smoke and the fire to go up and out. It gives us better visibility inside the structure, and it helps us to control the fire and the smoke. Behind it is a K12 saw. The K12 saw has the ability to cut through metal, and it also has the ability to cut through masonry. Sometimes we come up on a scene where we can't access it with a regular hand tool, and we have to begin to cut through a masonry wall, a brick wall. This tool takes a little time, but it gets the job done. All right, so the last compartment is a compartment that houses all the firefighters' PPE. That PPE allows them to go into atmospheres and buildings that normal people wearing regular clothing cannot. They also have what's called an SCBA that they wear. It's like a backpack, except it has compressed air really tight in a cylinder, and they breathe that. It's the same air that you breathe, just in a bottle. Thank you, boys and girls, for the opportunity to show you the fire truck today and the equipment that we use. Stay safe.
So that's our station and engine. Hope you enjoyed the tour. But before we go, let's talk about a few more fire safety tips. So what do we do when our clothes are on fire? That's right, we stop, drop, and roll. What do we do when we find lighters or matches? We don't touch them and we don't play with them. We let an adult know. It's also important to have an escape plan. And remember, if there's smoke or fire in your house, you get out and stay out. And once you get out and stay out, you need to have a meeting place. You ready, Sparky? You ready, Sparky? Good boy, go get it!
Station FZ.
Well, it looks like we gotta go. Thanks for stopping by.